midnight. Ripper the Clown's going to be your host. And Al Snow, professional wrestler, joining me on the blower. I'm joined by our sports director, Eric Loy, a big wrestling fan. How you doing today, Al?
I'm doing great, and thank you very much for the time.
Yeah, Al, what have you been doing these days? Have you been doing a lot of the independent scene?
I've been doing a lot of the independent wrestling. I just got back from Qatar and England, and I'm also just recently been made the color commentator for Impact Wrestling for TNA.
Oh, yeah, now Billy Corgan doing a lot with TNA now.
Talk about how that's coming on with Billy Corgan getting on board. This is actually a growing entity, going to go head-to-head with your former employer, WWE.
Well, there are a lot of changes going on and a lot of new directions. You know, there's a lot of potential and a lot of hope, and you know, we'll just see how it plays out.
Al Snow actually wrestled in Dick the Bruiser's old organization out of Indianapolis in the last few years. You may still be the tag champs, as far as I know.
I might be. I don't know. That would be great.
Can you take that?
That was a long time ago, though.
You can go defend that belt all across Indianapolis and know the wiser.
We're talking with Al Snow. He's going to be one of the guys at Villains Con going on this Saturday down at Vintage Villains in downtown Danville. The event going on noon until 7. Al's going to be there from about 11 until 7, signing autographs and hanging out. Talk about things like appearances. So if people want to come down to Vintage Villains on Saturday, Al, and meet you, what do you like to talk about? What did people expect? You're going to be doing some photograph sessions. What can they expect this Saturday down at Vintage Villains?
Well, you know, it's always been my belief that when people come to these things, they don't just come to get an autograph. They don't just come to you know, get a picture with you. They come to share a moment. They come to connect. And, you know, and it's a great opportunity for me to do just exactly that, to get to connect with fans and speak to them and talk, you know, get a little moment with each one of them and try to, you know, somehow create a memory. And I try to be as entertaining as I can and try to have fun. Answer any questions. The only dumb questions they have are the ones they don't ask. But just try to have a great time, because I just was in Chicago at the C2E2 convention this past weekend. And I love going and doing these things because I just get to meet a lot of wonderful people and people that are fans of mine. And I can't think of enough for being fans, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have a job.
Well, it's really something. You know, when meeting folks like yourself who've been around the block a few times, around the world a few times, it's tough for fans to realize that you're human beings, and their interests and there are things that you do outside of wrestling, and you're not always the person that's been portrayed on television or what they've seen.
Yeah, it takes a little bit, you know, for people to come to grips with that we're not exactly the person that they see on TV. But, you know, by coming and visiting and doing these conventions and things, it gives people the opportunity to see who the real person is behind the character.
Have you had a few of these where you've done and people have come up with events or highlights of your career that you don't even remember?
Oh, God, all the time.
Yeah.
They'll walk up and, oh, do you remember you did X, Y, Z? And I'm like, okay. Not really, you know. And, you know, they'll spout off, you know, a match or a particular show, or a time that I was, you know, in some particular town, and I'm like, oh, I'll have to take your word on it.
Yeah.
It's been 33 years, so I don't really...
I have to ask you a question, because one of the big real fights going on this weekend, Pacquiao Mayweather. You have any interest, and if you do, who do you like?
Oh, yeah. Well, who doesn't have any interest in that?
I agree.
God, I don't know. That's a tough one to call, you know. I always try to, whenever I judge a fight, who I think is going to win, you know, I always ask myself which one of them is fighting for their life and which one of them is fighting for the dinner. I think Mayweather's fighting for his dinner.
Come meet Al. He's going to be at Vintage Villains this Saturday. Ripper the Clown's your host, and Al Snow's going to be there 11 to 7. It's a Villains Con going on at Vintage Villains in downtown Danville. Other people are going to be there is Mosley J. Mosley from The Walking Dead. Tickets are just $5, $8 for the after party, $10 for both. Thank you so much, Al, for coming in. I get the feeling Eric Loy's going to come and see you on Saturday.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody, and if they show up, I'll even do my magic act for the 94.9 K-Rock.